Yo, Kingdom, community vibes, community ties. Terrance Tucker is the brother who's connecting the tribe.
Yes. You hear the band in the background. And you see my shirt. Don't ask no question. Bulldogs, don't come for me.
Hey.
Don't come for me right now, okay? Because I'm showing love. I'm showing love to the HBCU, okay? I'm showing love to Benedict College today. Yes, we showing love to those Tigers today, man. Welcome to the Community Vibe Podcast, man, where we highlight people that are doing phenomenal things within the community. And my guy next to me, yes, we're gonna get to him. I'm telling you, we're gonna get to him. Chucktown, get ready. Man.
Already.
All right, listen. Before we start, we have to pay 2 bills. What are those bills? Number 1, we have to give God all the praise.
Yes, sir.
Okay, give Him all the praise.
Amen.
Because God woke you up this morning. He started you on your way. All right, so give Him thanks. Okay, because guess what, man? You could have left here last night, but you didn't. You're still breathing. And if you're watching this podcast, you're blessed. All right. And number 2, we're at the Groove. Yes, the Groove.
Got mine right here.
Juice bar. You see it right there. You see it.
Got mine right here.
You see it. Yes, man. Health and wealth. Okay.
All day.
7510, man. Garners Ferry Road. Come and show love. Black owned. Okay. Come out and please support. All right.
Sure.
Get your health together, man. Some of y'all out there right now, man, you're drinking Pepsi. Huh? Yeah, you're drinking Pepsi, man. Your liver's gonna be old soon. Yeah, you're gonna die. Okay? But if you drink this smoothie from the Groove,
all day.
I swear to God, you're gonna add 10 more years to your life.
Right, let me go ahead and get me 10 more right now.
You know what I'm saying? There you go right there. All right, now I got my guy in the building, man. It's like my brother. It's my guy.
All day.
South Carolina State.
All day.
Alone,
All day. All day.
101.
All day.
Alone. My guy, your Hughes Snell Journal. My guy, man, Ronald Green is in the building, dog.
Yes, sir. What's up, brother?
Man,
What's up, man? For sure.
Give this man one of these round of applause.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Now, some of you are asking, those who may not know, if you're living up under a rock, who is this guy? He's the assistant band director for the phenomenal up-and-coming Band of Distinction. Yeah, the Benedict Tigers. Band of Distinction, man. Listen, when I was growing up, Benedict had like 3 band members. I swear to God, man. They had like three band members. They ain't had no football team back then, okay? Had like 3 band members, okay? But through the years, we saw the band grow. Now,
Indeed.
you don't want no smoke with Benedict right now.
Amen.
You don't want no problems with Benedict right now, man.
God is good.
They are
God
deep
is good.
under the leadership of H. Wade. H. Wade.
Yep.
My
H.
bad.
Wade. Yep.
H. Wade. And this guy right here, man. I'm telling you, man. When you go to a Benedict College football game, man, I'm telling you, you're gonna be pleasantly surprised. I'm telling you. Horns blowing, man, girls dancing, tubas blowing, them drums, and you're gonna be dancing in the stands, man. I swear to God,
all
man.
Day.
Now, they might lose the game. No shots.
Coming up now. They coming
We
up.
got a new coach.
Yep.
New coach from Southern University.
Yeah, Coach Berry.
Yeah, from Southern University, man. Hopefully, he can change it around a little bit so you guys will have more to actually play for.
Indeed.
But you hear these boys playing, you're going to think they're winning. I promise you. Now, my guys from the Tuck, man. My guys from Charleston, South Carolina, man. South Carolina, stand up. This guy went to one of the most popular high schools in the world. Not in the nation, but the world, man. That blue and white, man. Blue and white. This school has one of the most historical bands in the nation, man. You guys know what it is. It's the Burke Bulldogs.
Yes, sir.
So talk about your experience going to Burke High School, man.
Man, look, Well, first of all, thank you for having me on your show, man. It's a pleasure, man, and an honor to be here with you, man.
It's love,
for sure.
It's love.
But going into Burke, man. So I tell the story. Let me back up to middle school. So
go ahead. We're going to middle school.
I got to start from the beginning. So I started in the band, in 6th grade. I had, got to the summer camp. The band director came out and introduced the instruments to us. But I came a day late. So all the kids already had selected the instruments that they wanted to play.
Oh.
Well, the only options I had left were trumpet, tuba, and clarinet that I had to choose from because all the drums was already gone. Because all the boys want to play the drums.
Sound interesting.
Well, I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna tell you how I got to my decision.
Man.
So I wanted to play drums. I wanted there, but all those boys wanted to play drums.
Yeah.
But I got there a day late, so I missed my opportunity. He already filled up all the drum slots.
Right.
So the day I got there, he said, "Son, you got 3 options. You can either play the tuba, the trumpet, or the clarinet." And so here was my thought process of how I chose the instrument I play. I chose the trumpet. Let me tell you that.
Okay.
Much.
Hey,
I chose the trumpet.
Real good choice.
So the tuba was too heavy because I was a little boy at the time.
Boys, yeah.
The clarinet was for girls, for me,
of course, Of course.
So I said, what?
No shade.
No shade at all. No shade at all, because I know better now, of course. But the trumpet, that was the last option. I was like, you know what, the trumpet only got 3 little things that's on top of it. That's easy.
Right.
So I chose the trumpet. I excelled at the trumpet, but I still kept my drum chops as well.
Right.
Fast forward to high school, got to high school, trying that legacy that you spoke about, Burke. Having a band program, awesome band program, across the nation and actually across the world now.
Across the world, man.
There were some shoes I had to step and fill in. I knew some people, I knew some of my family members that were in the band. Got to Burke, man, and we, I got in there the first day of camp, and that's your rookie year.
Initiation.
Okay. So we had to wear the brown paper bags as rookies. Yeah,
wow, y'all doing it like that, bro?
No, I mean we doing
it like that.
We had a little initiation, but that's back in the day. That's back in the day. That's
not doing that stuff no more.
No more.
They ain't doing that.
But went through, man. Started to develop relationships. Met some good friends and some lifelong friends, man. So had a chance to travel across the world, even starting in high school. Traveled all across the nation, and then went to Canada, different places. So there was a lot of education, but a lot of fun too. Right. And that's the one thing that band brings, man. So
we know that a lot of Burke Bulldogs, leave Charleston, South Carolina, go right up 26 to that illustrious South Carolina State University.
All day.
Talk about that transition, going from Burke, because we know you was in the homecoming parade, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Why South Carolina State?
Well, so I had my last 2 options for schools were South Carolina State and FAMU. My high school band director is a graduate of FAMU. So, we, outside of South Carolina State, we also visited FAMU a lot. So, the story goes, I was still kind of tossing up in between the two towards the end of my senior year. And South Carolina State had made me an offer, a band offer. And I was like, well, I'm still thinking about it. And then, I prayed about it, talked to my mom, and we was like, you know what? It just feels right.
It feels right.
South Carolina State it feels like
it's
home.
It's
So
home.
I was like, going away to Florida,
And you probably knew a lot of people going there.
I knew a ton of people going into South Carolina State.
Exactly.
And vice, on the other hand, at Florida, I didn't know many people. I knew some of the band people before me, but
hot down there anyway.
So I was like, then I'm too far of a distance. Something go down, I need to be able to get back home.
Exactly.
So I said, you know what, we're gonna make South Carolina State my home.
There you go.
And it's a decision I do not regret, man. So
at all. So once you got there, okay, and it has but now here's a small little trivia question for you guys. I bet you guys didn't know that he didn't start at South Carolina State.
Right.
Where did you start?
I actually started as a full-time student at Claflin University across the fence.
The next door.
Now.
The disrespect.
But here's the deal. Claflin came in. The only reason I chose Claflin to go to Claflin the first year because I was blessed and honored to get a full academic scholarship to go there. So I was like, you know what? Let me figure this out. So I talked to the band director, Mr. Ronald Sargent. You know, God bless his soul. And you know, I tried to figure out because Claflin at the time didn't have a band program. Didn't have a marching band program. So talked to Mr. Sargent, asked him, you know, is there a way that I can go to Claflin as a student and still participate on the band, South Carolina State? He was like, yeah, we could do a cross enrollment program. We have a cross enrollment program. So that's what I did. My first year, went to Claflin as a student, got a full academic ride, but I would always, every day, go over the fence to band practice at South Carolina State. Well,
so you still on the band?
Yeah, I was still on the band. I was still on the band in '96.
Did you get picked at while you was marching for state, but going to Claflin?
Right.
Did you receive some kind of slack for that?
Well, no, because again, they didn't. Claflin didn't have a culture of a marching band, so you know, everybody from Claflin came over to State. They understood. They understood. You know, State's premier marching band program. So everybody from Claflin went over to State for football games on Saturday. So you know, so no, it wasn't no slack. Yeah, it wasn't no slack from Claflin. If it was, I didn't care anyway. But
Charleston, man.
Yeah, man. So you know, that was how that first year went, and then my second year, '97, I transferred fully over to South Carolina State, and I was a full-time student and still in the band. So yeah.
So you're on the one-on-one.
Yeah.
Now just me knowing some band coaching. You can't just walk on the one-on-one.
No.
Okay.
No.
So what that process to becoming a part of that section, right? Was it a different? Well, first of all, was it a culture shock, and was it what you expected?
Well, so it wasn't too much of a culture shock. Because once again, I knew a lot of those, guys that were older than me that were in the band. Had conversations with them.
Did they serve as mentors?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
They would come back, the ones that came from Burt, they would come back all the time, man, and they would offer advice, any type of help we needed, whether it was band, academics, social life, whatever it is, they helped out. So, going into that situation, I had a sense, a certain level of comfortability, with them. And so, going through the section thing, you have to, you won't be a part of the section. Got to earn stripes. Nobody walks into a company and be the CEO the first day. So you have to work your way up. So that's how that situation was.
Yeah, now, once you earned your stripes, you decided you wanted more.
Yeah.
You decided you wanted more. You decided that you wanted to be in front of the band. You wanted to be them boys, the doggone Cape Crusaders.
Man, yeah.
You wanted to be something special.
Yeah.
Talk about that process. Like, was it like, were you convinced? Did you always want to do it, or did you always, did you envision yourself being a drum major?
It wasn't. I'll say it wasn't until probably maybe my sophomore year at State, to where I really said I really had a shot that I could be a drum major. I could see myself in that position because I wasn't drum major in high school. Right. But I did serve as a section leader, in high school and at college at State. So but I could envision myself starting that sophomore year, maybe into the junior year. Right. I could see myself. I said, you know what? One of these days, I'm gonna try out. Just not right now. Just wasn't ready that sophomore year. So the process. I knew all the drum majors that came before me, and they gave me a lot of advice. So I decided, in 2001, I decided to go ahead and try out. And I tried out. I became one of 4 drum majors. And the rest is history, man.
The rest is history. Right. Once you obtain that title, how did it make you feel, man?
Man, look, they talk about the guys with the tall hats in the front. That's kind of like the quarterback for football. Right. Quarterback normally gets kind of most of the shine. Right. Well, in band, the drum majors are kind of like that guy or that girl, because there are girls, that came through have been phenomenal drum majors.
Right.
Shout out to April Shell, the first female drum major at South Carolina State.
Salute.
Yeah, but it was something to be able to lead your peers, man.
Right.
Lead your peers on a certain level, and just kind of see them follow you and have belief in you, and trust in you that you're going to lead them in the right direction. So, we all get on one accord, man. It's a beautiful thing.
Wow. So just, doing homecomings and, Christmas Day parades and all that stuff. You in the front, right?
Yes, sir.
Like just, what's that feeling like, man? Just knowing that you leading the 101, man. And you're dancing. Well, you dancing.
Got to do it all.
How was your dance moves back then?
Man, look, man, I had them all, man.
Do you still have those dances?
Man, no, man. and them knees tell a different story now than today. I tell my kids all the time, like, if you caught me around 90, 96, between 96 and 2000, I'll give you all you want. But right now, I'm gonna tell you what to do, and you just follow the lead.
There you go.
But I mean, it's nothing like it, man. It's we were the world-renowned marching 101 band, known across the world, not just the country, known across the world. And to be, in that leadership position. In front of that organization, man, it's nothing like it. I stand on the shoulders of giants, before me. So it was an honor, man. It was an honor.
I'm telling
always.
You, hey,
always.
It's nothing like a Saturday afternoon at Auto Pursuit Austin.
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you something, man.
Yes, sir.
You see the Bulldogs marching in. It's about to be a show now. It's about to be a show now. We had little issues the past couple of years, man. Hey, mind your business, all right? Mind your business.
Hey, we still hanging in there. We still doing our thing. We still doing our thing.
But we coming back. I swear to God, we coming back. All right? You better not say nothing. Okay? Now, when you graduated, you went through the whole process of being that newly graduate student.
Right.
Did you already know when you left college that you wanted to be a band director?
Well, no. That didn't come until maybe a few years after the fact. So, when I initially came out of college, I was just a performing musician, and I was a producer as well. So I just performed. I moved to Atlanta. Okay. So I got an opportunity to work with a lot of different musicians and producers and just artists across the board. Many of them that I'm not gonna going down the list, but that was one of my things.
Giving y'all no plug.
That was one of my things I wanted to do, man. I wanted to be in that world and just kind of experience that.
Right.
But then an interesting and a funny thing happened. I realized that there were certain periods where things were hot in that industry, where we were getting paid. But then if the artist or the producer's not working, you as a musician or me as a musician, I ain't working.
Right.
So now I'm like, okay, I need to get some cash. Like there's a dry spell. I ain't getting no money.
The tables in turn.
Right. So I said, you know what? I need to do something that's a little bit more substantial. A little more long term. I can know where my money's going to be coming from. So I said, I'm going to go in the classroom and teach.
Okay.
And and while during that period, I started working with some area high schools. I was on the staff at Columbia High. With Mike McLean. I was on the staff with him.
Shout out to the Capitals, man.
I was on staff at Fairfield Central High under Maurice Richardson.
Fairfield.
Yeah, so I had some experience, and I also taught elementary school at Seven Oaks Elementary for a year. Yeah, man, I wanted to teach. Dealing with the young kids.
Yeah, that's tough.
And then after all of that, I got the call to go to Lincoln University. That was my first college job.
There we go. Now, how was that? Because first of all, you was up north.
Yeah.
In my opinion, hey, no shots taken, but I had never heard of Lincoln.
Right.
Never heard of Lincoln. That's an HBCU.
Man, look, it's the first degree granting HBCU. A lot of people don't know that.
Wow, that's true.
Degree granting.
It's the
first degree granting for black people HBCU in the country.
Wow.
So I got a chance to work there. Under my brother got a shout him out again. H. Wade Johnson. He called me up and was like, look, bro, I got this job at Lincoln University in Pennsylvania. If I got an assistant position, I want you to be my assistant. And we talked about it. Rest is history, man.
So when you guys came down south for that for the Honda band class, what is the Honda?
Honda Battle of Bands.
Honda Battle of Bands. Man. Talk about, you know, because that was kind of like your first, you know, your first, well,
like my introduction, really, my introduction,
your showcase to all your peers, your family members,
right,
you know what I'm saying, your classmates, you know, your brothers, you know what I'm saying,
right.
Let's talk about that feeling, man.
So now,
some anxiety in that.
I've been to Honda 3 times.
Right.
You talking about the one with Lincoln?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so the story behind that, so that last year, that year that we went, that Lincoln went to Honda. H. Wade had actually left and went to Savannah State. So which left me, I got promoted to the director of bands, the head director of bands at Lincoln. So, you know, to answer your question, yes, there was anxiety because now I was the only
head dog.
Yeah, head dog, and the only staff member, full-time staff member.
Right.
I didn't have an assistant like Wade had with me.
Right.
So we got in. You know, I was kind of shocked at first. You know, when we got the call to be accepted, because, you know, normally they select the big bands, got 200 folks. We only had 64 people in our band that year, 64.
Wow.
So when I got the call that morning, I remember vividly, I was asleep, and I got a call from an unknown number. And sometimes I don't answer unknown numbers, but something said, you need to answer this call. I answered the call. And you know, the organizers of the event, you know, they got on and they started introducing themselves, and man, I'm starting to like tear up as I was like, oh no, I know I ain't just.
You were overwhelmed.
I was overwhelmed, bro.
Wow.
So fast forward, you know, we all put together, my band students at the time, and we put together a great, phenomenal show, man. You know, and that was kind of like my kind of introduction to the band world and that leadership position, man, because a lot of people didn't know who I was, you know, at the time. But after that, I started to kind of, you know, gain some traction, man. And, you know, so
your chest was out a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm back now. I'm here. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me reintroduce myself.
That's right.
Yeah. My name is Director Green. You gon' listen, man. You gonna feel this smoke. Okay? And we heard nothing but great things, man, about you guys' performances up there. You know what I'm saying? But I know it's kind of cold up there too.
Man, who you telling?
I know it was cold up there.
And I got to tell you about this part,
please,
you know,
please
as well. You know, so getting ready for that Honda, you know, there was some bad snowstorms that were happening during that time.
Oh, word.
So we practiced. We were supposed to practice from December really up until January, the end of January when it's time to leave. We didn't get any practice time in December because all the snow had fell and, you know, everything was covered in ice and snow. So we didn't get it. We had to do all of our rehearsals indoors in the gym. You know, and anybody that knows anything about band, you know, trying to transition that without any lines.
It's difficult.
You know, we had to do that. But again, shout out to the students that I had at the time. You know, they pulled together and made it happen, man. So
salute to y'all.
Yeah, for sure.
Hard work.
Yeah.
I mean, dedication.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And took some perseverance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That, yo. So listen, I'm telling you, man. Listen, this guy that you're listening to, man. I'm telling you, he's been through it. He's been through it, man. He's battle tested. You know what I'm saying? This guy was literally thrown in the fire. You know what I mean? And he survived. Okay? That's what it's about, man. Answering the call when you're called. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Somehow, we don't know how, somehow this guy comes to Columbia, South Carolina. And he winds up at that purple and gold. Benedict Tigers. Now, how did you get down here?
It's a story for behind everything, man. So I got to tell you, since you asked, I got to tell you.
Tell me.
So again, H. Wade was at Savannah State, and I was at Lincoln.
Okay.
But we still remained in contact. And so the former director at Benedict, Mr. Herman Jones, God rest his soul, he passed away. You know, that summer, I think it was 2016, he passed away. So as a result, the band director position at Benedict came open, and H. Wade, he applied for the position, and he got it. He got the position, and he told me that he was going to apply, and if everything worked out, he probably was going to be calling me. Well, I was actually in Daytona Beach I was on a vacation. I was on Daytona Beach. Nah.
So what that?
I was on Daytona Beach. Man, look, man. I was out there getting my tan, man. I was working on my tan. That's all. But yeah, man. I was literally on the beach in my beach chair, laying down, chilling.
Life is good.
I get a call from H. Wade. Was like, look, I just took the position at Benedict.
Yeah.
I need you to be. When can you get to Columbia? So this may have been like a Thursday or Friday or something like that. I said, well, I don't have any clothes because I was gonna go up for the interview.
Right.
But I didn't have any interview clothes. I'm on the beach. I'm on vacation.
Right.
So I said, well, I don't have any clothes, so it's probably gonna take me a few days because I got to go back from Florida to Delaware or Pennsylvania, grab some stuff. I was like, you know what though, that's too much. So I said, I'm gonna just drive straight to South Carolina. I'm gonna just buy a suit.
There you go.
So I bought me a suit, came to Columbia, bought me a suit, did the interview, and I did the first part of the interview, and then, there were some other folks that interviewed as well, and then by the end of the day, by the end of the week, they after they interviewed everybody else, they called me.
The cream of the crop is always gonna rise.
So ended up here at Benedict, man, but it was a good thing because I always said I wanted to get back home.
Yeah.
And South Carolina's home, and that's just what it is.
But how did you feel leaving your family up in Pennsylvania?
Well, I mean, I didn't have any family there. I had friends.
Not your family, but your band.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that was a tough time when I had to, break the news to them. Yeah. As actually they were coming back for band camp on a Sunday, so I met with them that Sunday, and I told the kids, I was like, look, I'm going to be accepting a position back in South Carolina, Benedict College. It was rough, man. It was a lot of sad faces crying.
I know, man.
But they understood.
Got any death threats?
No.
Okay.
It wasn't that serious. It wasn't that serious.
Okay,
I
was just making sure. Just so my boy's still alive.
Yeah. I'm here. But yeah, it was a tough time. But they understood. And to this day, I still keep in contact with some of them through email or social media, anything like that. So yeah.
So now you at Benedict College.
Benedict
College, man.
Yeah.
What coming in, man? What did you see? Like, what was glaring that you knew that you wanted to actually change? Well,
just wanted to make sure that we were consistent.
Right.
Develop a culture of consistency, because, there had been some things that have been done, some great things that have been done before we got there. But it was just, being consistent with it. So that was the first thing that I noticed. I'm like, we have so much potential, and we could do some great things. But if we just really get some consistency and get a good system in place, I think we can, the sky's the limit, man. So that was the one thing, just remain consistent across the board,
Right.
Yeah.
Man, listen, man. Listen, if you have not been to a Benedict College football game, or if you have not been to a pep rally, or a parade, or the Honda, or some kind of band competition,
right?
Listen, man. This is different. This is different.
Right.
We've never seen nothing like this, okay? We have never seen, we are used to the bad news Bears, bad news Tigers.
It ain't like that no more. It ain't like that no more.
Bad news Tigers are just horrible. Like, what are they doing out there? But
different day now.
we're in a new day, man.
Different day.
This band will blow your mind, man. I swear to God, they will blow your mind. I'm so proud of these guys. You see me repping the shirt.
Oh yeah.
Yo, I'm so proud of these guys.
Yeah.
Now, you also have great leadership.
Right.
From the top.
Right.
Talk about, how she has, helped you guys as far as your vision.
Man, look, Dr. Rosalind Clark, artist.
Yes.
The 14th and first female president at Benedict College.
Preach.
She is a phenomenal, transformational, awesome leader, man. I can't give her too much props. All of the positive adjectives I can think of, goes to her. Since she's been here, she's been our #1 fan of the band program. And that is very important, to have your senior administration to support you, because without support of the administration, your band is not going to be successful
at all.
So for us to have that, it is a blessing, to have her support us and do whatever we need, for her to do in order to make sure that we need to have to be successful. So our success. And let me back up. I got to give some props, because the president who actually hired us is Dr. David H. Swinton.
Swinton.
He actually hired Mr. Johnson and myself.
Right.
And Dr. Artis came a year later.
Right.
So I got to give him props too, because without him hiring us, we wouldn't have been here.
Right.
But with Dr. Artis, like I said, man, she's our #1 fan. She sells when she goes out to recruit for the institution.
Yeah.
We're the #1, kind of on the top of her list, and how she sells the college.
Because you can't talk about football.
Right. Man, look, it's gonna be different this year. We got Coach Berry.
No shots.
Got Coach Berry gonna do his thing.
Give me some free tickets, man. Now I change my story. Give me some free tickets, Coach.
Hey,
now I change my story.
Coach Berry gonna change it.
Tickets, I'm trashing y'all, boy.
Coach Berry, that's his name, man. He's coming, man.
Southern University. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We're sorry we had to take you, Coach.
But yeah, man. Back up the artist, man. She's just awesome, man. Wow. Can't say too much about her. And going into, especially now, this time that we're dealing with now with the COVID-19, her leadership has been paramount, and how we move forward as an institution, and making sure, that the students are as safe as possible, the faculty and staff as safe as possible. So, she's the best president out there, in my opinion, best president out there.
Hey, heard you. Showing out South Carolina State. So
can't get no shot. Hey, man, they doing their thing, man. They doing that.
Shots at everybody today. I don't care, man. That's just how I feel today. So listen. So you spoke of the COVID situation.
Right.
Was it difficult keeping in contact with all your band members throughout this whole COVID situation? Keeping them motivated, because leaving campus is going home, and you don't know their home situation.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then we don't really know what's going to happen going forward.
Right.
So how are you governing that?
Well, Zoom app is what it's called.
Okay.
So directly with our band students, we haven't had a chance to meet with them yet. But we have another form of communication, and what you call a band app. And it's an official app to where each student is connected, and we disseminate information out that way.
Okay.
Now, of course, we keep in contact with individually with some students that may call and check in. But all students are essentially doing well. And we through the time that we've kind of reached out to them through the app. They're excited. And they're kind of chomping at the bit to get back, because we've been gone since March. We've been gone from the campus since March.
Long time.
So they're really ready to get back and get started again. But we got to make sure again that we do it as safely as possible.
Right.
We're looking forward to seeing them. In a few weeks or a month or whatever it is.
Yes, please come back.
Please. So they're excited. Yeah, we need you. We are definitely. We already know.
I need you. Trust me, man.
We already know.
Go without that band. You need that band in the stands. You need that band. Listen, do not social distance the band. Okay.
We're gonna take up the whole one side of the stadium.
It's gonna look nasty. It's gonna look disgusting, awkward. We need them horns blowing, because it gives us motivation, man. It helps us lift our spirits up.
Right.
Whenever you see that band come, man, it just does something to you, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The drums beating, it does something to. There's nothing like an HBCU band.
Nothing.
I'm telling you,
Nothing on earth.
like it.
Nothing on earth.
Nothing like it.
Nothing on earth.
Okay. PWIs, stop it. Okay? Put your horns down. Go to class. Okay? Just stop it.
No,
Leave
man.
it up to the HBCUs, man, because we own this thing right now, man. We litty. And Benedict is a part of the discussion.
Let's bless
Alan,
him.
stop it.
No, we can't do that now. We
I'm
can't.
throwing shots. I'm throwing shots at Alan because somebody threw shots at me. Hey,
They doing a good
Alan,
job, man. They're doing a good
listen,
job, man.
You're doing
They're
a good job. You ain't Benedict yet, but you're doing a wonderful job, man. Wonderful job, man. We hate you left South Carolina State. We understand there's politics involved. We ain't speaking on that, but we need some help down there. So, listen. It's 32 people on the bed at South Carolina State right now, yo. We need some help. Man.
Oh, man.
Listen, if you ever need a, if you ever need, a volunteer drum major, man.
Hey,
You just call me,
hey,
man.
that's
I'll
the
come
dude right
now.
there.
I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I ain't scared of nothing. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I
the dude.
love Benedict College band, man.
Appreciate
I'm
that,
so
man.
proud of them.
Appreciate that.
I'm so proud of them. So now, let's talk about, recruiting.
Right.
What do you look for as far as a potential band, band student?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say, a band student.
Okay.
What are you looking for?
Well, first of all, we look for a person with high character.
Okay.
We can't have anybody in there, that we can't trust that won't, exemplify high character. Of course, we're gonna have people who make mistakes. We ain't looking for nobody perfect.
Right.
But we look for people with high character first of all, and then we look for students that excel academically. Because without academics, there is no band.
Right.
So we like to call them student musicians. It's like call athletes student athletes.
Student athletes.
Well, we call them student musicians.
Student musician.
So
That's the word I was looking for a little earlier. I'm sorry.
So yeah, man, we look for you to excel academically.
Right.
But then on the performance side, or the skill set side, we look for you to be able to just to demonstrate the basic fundamentals on your particular instrument.
Right.
And perform it, at a level that's conducive for a college band. So those are the main components that we look for when we go out and recruit, man. Yeah.
Well, hey, you heard it here first, man.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. Listen.
Yeah.
We don't know if we're gonna have a season this year. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
man.
Yes, I'm sorry. Listen, man. Stop throwing stuff at us. All right. It's not our fault.
Right.
It's COVID.
Right.
It's COVID.
Right.
But if we do, I urge you and I encourage you to come and hear those Benedict Tigers play.
Yeah.
I promise.
Come on out.
Band of distinction. I promise you. You will enjoy yourself. And you're gonna see this guy out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Making it happen.
Yeah.
Making it happen out there, man. Burning up.
Burn it up.
That's another question I have to ask. They don't give y'all boys shorts. Like, why do y'all have to wear those hot uniforms, dog?
So
It's crazy.
so-
Y'all about to die?
Man, so it's a standard thing, man.
Okay.
Now we do have like warm-ups,
Right,
or
right,
windsuits
right.
when we dress down, and we'll wear like windsuits, and like a polo shirt or something
Yeah.
like that. But
Yeah.
for the most part, man, we try to set a standard and set a precedence.
Right, I got you.
So when high schoolers see us,
Right.
there's a certain thing that they're kind of looking up to.
Right.
They're looking up to and looking forward
Right.
to. So,
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, but believe it or not,
Professionalism. Right.
those uniforms are actually designed and built to be breathable.
Oh,
So
really?
they actually they look hotter than what they actually are.
Okay.
Now don't get me wrong, they hot, but they ain't as hot as you would think.
They look hot.
Yeah, they are hot now.
you that much.
Especially when you got 90 degrees outside,
Yeah.
and you got this wool uniform on. But the
Yeah.
way it's designed, it's designed to be breathable and keep them a little bit
And
cooler.
it's 30 to nothing. It's 30 to nothing in the sun.
Right.
It's not fun. Coach Barry, we need for that to change this year. Yeah, guess what? The MEAC, we're looking for a few teams.
Man. Hey, man.
It's a plug.
MEAC,
the
man.
is
The
looking
MEAC.
for a few teams, man. We've had like 5 people leave. Okay. Hey,
Man.
MEAC commissioner.
Hey, man,
Not sure what's going on.
They pulling out on us, man.
Hey,
They pulling out
brother,
on the MEAC,
Need a
man.
little help. All right. Tell us something, man. Tweet something. Let us know. Smoke signal, man. What's going on out here in these streets? Help us out, brother.
Right, man.
But like I said, man, I'm so proud of y'all, man. I'm so proud of y'all. Like I said, hey, Bulldogs, yeah, I know we wish we had them down there at old South Carolina State University. But I love when I see my Bulldogs doing phenomenal things, man. All right?
Appreciate it.
Like I said, man, how can they, follow you or, maybe contact you if they have a child that maybe wants, to come to Benedict College to be on the band?
Well, there are a few ways. They can go to our website, www.bcbod.com, and that just stands for Benedict College Band of Distinction. So bcbod.com. You can reach us there. We also have social media platforms, Benedict College Marching Band on both Facebook and IG and Twitter. Then my personal information, Ronald T. Green on Facebook. And on IG, I'm RonG_1919. 1919 stands for something, that's KK side. That's the band fraternity right there. So, all my bros, KK side. What's up? And H. Wade Johnson, he's the head director. His Facebook feed, I think, is H. Wade Johnson. So, you can reach us all over either one of those platforms. And our number, our office number, 803-705-4323.
I gotta know about heart, man.
I've been doing it for a while, man.
Business card and put it on the screen just like that.
Hey, man, I've been doing it for a while.
I'm telling you, man. See,
yes, sir.
They're serious.
Yes, sir.
They're serious about this, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, they are serious, man. When you see that purple and gold, I promise you, man, you will be pleasantly surprised if you don't already know what's going on.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Many of you already know because you hear the talks, you hear the calls. Man, you see Benedict, man? Man. Yeah, he's a shocker. Yeah. But it's these guys. I promise you, it's these guys. It's their hard work. It's their intelligence. It's their ability to connect with their kids.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
It's all about those relationships.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Kids will not want to come to your school if they don't believe within the band director.
Right.
I promise you, because that's like their father.
Right.
You know what I mean? When they're away from home.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
All right, y'all. Well, we appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in for another impactful episode of the Community Vibes, man. We had an opportunity to highlight the HBCU band culture, man. But right now, one of my favorite bands, because I don't really have a favorite band, thanks to the one-on-one, y'all trash right now. But my new band right now is the Band of Distinction until my band get their act together. Okay? Y'all on the clock, Bulldogs. Y'all on the clock.
They doing that thing.
All right? So take care, man. And we'll see you again, man. Dog. Oh, thanks for reminding me. We can't let them go just yet. I have one question for you.
Yep.
I got a question that I ask all my guests.
Okay.
All my guests. All right? Now your response to this question will determine our friendship going forward. Yes, it will. It's going to determine our friendship.
Don't put all the pressure.
There you go, D.
Don't put the pressure on me,
Yo,
dog.
hey, you know what it is. You know what it is. Now, you eat chicken wings.
Yeah.
You eat chicken wings, right?
Yeah.
I saw you Buffalo Wild Wings one day.
Yeah.
Throwing them back out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if you had to choose, would you pick flats
I knew it was coming.
or drums? Flats or drums, my brother?
I eat both.
Okay, that's a small. Okay, I told you that was my dog. I
do both, dog.
Man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be safe nowadays.
No discrimination.
I'm tell you, right? No, we discriminate. I'm discriminating. You flat lovers, you're weird. You're weirdos, okay? And we're gonna have you drug tested later. I promise you, man. I'm snitching on all y'all. There's something wrong with you, flat lovers. There's something wrong. It's Drum Nation, man. Drum Nation.
Do both,
Drum
dog.
Nation
Got
is
do
more
both.
meat. It's more meat involved. Okay, flat lovers, you gotta go between two bones and do all that. You're weird.
Hey, man.
All right. Anybody who orders all flats, yo, listen, unfriend me, man. Okay.
No love.
We're not friends. No, we're not friends. Now, if you come to a Benedict College football game Now I might show you some love. I might show you some love. Because
sure.
you gotta come.
For sure.
You got to come and support my guy.
For sure.
All right. Thank y'all so much, man. You have been blessed by the big dog himself, man, Ronald Green,
Appreciate
the
you.
assistant band director for the Band of Distinction, Benedict College.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Come out, man, right there on Hardin Street. All right. Come
right.
out, man, and support. All right. We love y'all. Please support your HBCUs, man.
For sure.
We need all the
For
help
sure.
we can get.
All of them.
All right.
All of them.
Stay corona free. All right. Shoot your boy a little inbox every now and then. Tell your boy you love him. Take care.